fifth aliyah, pasuk says, the first pasuk in the fifth aliyah, Ve'et se'ira chatat darash Moshe v'hine soraf v'yitzof al Elazar v'al Itamar b'nei Aharon lemor. As we learned yesterday, the three chataot that were brought, two of them were eaten. The third one, which is referring to the korban chatat musaf of Rosh Chodesh, it says Ve'et se'ira chatat. Moshe Rabbeinu looked into it v'hine soraf, and it was burnt. Moshe Rabbeinu told them to eat the korbanot. And instead of eating all of them, they ate all besides for the korban musaf of Rosh Chodesh. Moshe Rabbeinu saw that it was burnt, like Tzof al Elazar v'al Itamar. He was upset at what happened. And he asked them, Madua, what's the reason that you did that? Why didn't you eat the korban chatat, M'kom HaKodesh? Didn't I command you to do that? Kashet like I commanded you. You should have done like I commanded you. How come you didn't? They were commanded to eat the korbanot, all korbanot, even though they were in their animut state. They were still chayav to eat all their korbanot. And they did. They ate all the korbanot except for the goat of Rosh Chodesh, which was burnt. Moshe Rabbeinu was upset. He got upset at them, and he questioned them. How come it was burnt instead of eating it? So who replies? Aaron. Aaron HaKohen replies, and he explained why 2 out of 3 were eaten, and Rosh Chodesh wasn't. She elaborates an explanation of what Aaron said, based on the Gemara Masechet Zevachim on Daf Kuf. Now she brings down from the Gemara Masechet Zevachim, and I'm going to just translate the words that she says. And he says like this: that since they were onanim, in other words, this is Aaron's answer to Moshe Rabbeinu. Moshe Rabbeinu asked them, how come the korbanot were, the korban of Rosh Chodesh, the Se'ir Chatat of Rosh Chodesh was burnt instead of eaten? And he answered, Aaron answered, the reason that we burnt it is because we felt that that's not fit to eat it during our onanim state. He said like this, that since Aaron and his children were onanim, because they just lost their, Aaron's 2 sons, Nadav and Abihu, which were the brothers of Elazar and Itamar, so they were all onanim, that it was not befitting for them. This is what Aaron understood. Aaron understood it was not befitting for them to eat the korban se'ir of Rosh Chodesh at that time. The only question is what's the difference between the goat of Rosh Chodesh to the other korbanot? Some korbanot, they listened to Moshe, and they did eat. And it comes to the se'ir of Rosh Chodesh, comes to the goat of Rosh Chodesh, and then they burn it. And they say because they're onanim, they could be wrong. If an onan is asur to eat, so they shouldn't have ate anything. If it's mutar because Moshe Rabbeinu says, so Moshe Rabbeinu said. Why are they not listening to Moshe? Continues Rashi according to the Gemara, that if you'll ask what's the difference, I don't explain that there is a difference. The difference between the other 2 and this one is because the other 2 are called Kodshe Sha'ah. Kodshe Sha'ah means that it was a commandment specifically for that time. It didn't come up any other time in history. The Korban Chatat for the Bnei Israel and the Korban Chatat of Nachshon ben Aminadav was a one-time thing. They didn't do it any other time. It was a specific commandment that was done at that time. Therefore, Moshe Rabbeinu gave him a specific commandment that since these special Korbanot Chatat, they're special, meaning they only happen one time in history, so the deen of Onen will change. And even though you're right, Onen generally cannot eat from the Kodshe Shamayim, cannot eat from the Kodashim, cannot eat from the Korbanot, but in this situation, it's a special halacha to begin with, which has its own special halachot as well, which Moshe Rabbeinu said that the Onen can eat it in this situation. However, Kodshe, the Korban of Rosh Chodesh, the Seir Chatat of Rosh Chodesh, over there that was different, because that's considered a Kodshe Ledorot. It's for the rest of the generations as well. It wasn't something that was only brought on that day of Rosh Chodesh Nisan. It's brought every single Rosh Chodesh. So therefore, since it's intended for later generations as well, therefore the general halacha of Onen does apply. And that's why we burnt it. We burnt it because we're following the general halachot of Kodashim, of Korban, that it's asur for Onen to eat. Moshe heard that, so that's the way the Aliyah ends, is that Vayishma Moshe, the pasuk says, Vayishma Moshe Vaytal Be'enav. Moshe heard, he heard what Aaron had to say, but he answered him back, and he agreed to Aaron's argument, and he said, Shachachti. Moshe Rabbeinu himself, he says, yes, you're right, and I forgot that is the true halacha. And she ends up saying, Hoda v'lo bosh. Hoda v'lo bosh means he admitted, Moshe Rabbeinu, when he saw that he wasn't correct, where there was a mistake, no problem, Moshe Rabbeinu admitted to his mistake, he was not embarrassed. He admitted he wasn't embarrassed, even though Moshe Rabbeinu could have said to himself, so to say, maybe it's Chilul Hashem, for me to admit, it's going to show that maybe what I say is not 100%, no. When he's right, and when he saw that he made a mistake, Hoda v'lo bosh, he admitted and he was not embarrassed.